Okay, welcome guys. Welcome to another stream, and it is a replay analysis stream as we have not had any replay analysis stream recently. It's long overdue for one, I guess. Yeah, I hope you're looking forward for some really nice gameplays. I've seen there are lots of replays on the replay server. This time I didn't even ask for replays because there were quite a lot of replays sent in already, and let's just use those. I think it will be it will be fine this time. Probably more great games instead of just those average games. I mean, some live some replays are fine that can be sent in live by you, by all the viewers here that can send in some gameplays if they wish to do so. So let's see. What we're planning, I'm planning to just show a lot of good games also. Or mainly. Okay, opening the game right now. Okay. What else do I need? Oh, hi, Danny. I need Discord because I want to show you the games, of course. So let's already switch over to the desktop scene. No, we don't need the second one there. All right. Let's move over to the replays. I don't know which one to take first. I think I will just go for... Yeah, that one looks good. Sheridan. Over 7k damage on this one. Great. Nah, it's not opening. Ah, there we go. There we go. Jennifer Lopez. Okay. I still gotta get into the mood of the analysis now. Okay. Okay. Let's quickly check whether the stream is working. Little legs visible. Ah, yeah, because I mean, usually I cannot just have the game open while also streaming without having the laptop cooler turned on. But actually, like, I don't know, I don't see any lags on the statistics. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Okay, I hope it's working now. I just turned on the ventilation. Good. Little legs, little legs. Yeah. Okay, I hope it's fixed now. Hi, Domi. And hi, Yamato. I disturbed eyebrow. Okay. Let's get into the games. Yeah. First game is Sheridan. It is it is still a popular tank, although it does not have the missiles anymore, as you probably know. But yeah. Oh, what is it? Why is it lagging? Maybe actually, let's just try if this changes anything. No way. No way. I just turned off some video. You may have noticed this animation that occasionally pops up for like and sub. That one could possibly cause some lags. I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay. Alright. Yeah, let's get into the gameplay then. I will have an eye on a thing. Yeah, there's again some issues. So I will just turn off the video and see whether that changes everything. Okay. So, oh, I don't even have to drive here. I don't have to drive on my own. We do have a Sheridan missile here on Castilla. Castilla is a good map for the Sheridan actually, as you can just peek out somewhere and put out some big damage. It's often even used in tournaments. Why is it lagging? Why is it lagging? Well, I hope the stream is fine. Okay, he does go for an aggressive spot here. There is one medium already spotted on the other side of the map. That means the leopard is very likely to be alone. And you can already see why going down like the leopard does is really not the best thing to do. You can just get shot so easily if you are on the hill like our friend Jennifer Lopez is doing. You can just shoot down and somewhat be hull down and surprise the enemies from lots of different angles. So that already puts you at an advantage. Why? Come on, why is it lagging?
Enemy armor is damaged.
It's not been long since I've streamed tournaments without any issues, and now it's lagging. What is this? Okay. He really has to put in some, or apply some pressure by now, because as you may notice on the minimap, the enemies are just pushing forward. And best thing to do in this case obviously is killing the WT first and putting in some big shots into this guy. He already made him a one shot, but look at his teammates. He only has 3 teammates left. Okay, enemies only do have one more. Not anymore, but the enemies are very healthy and have a lot of armor. So that might still be very tricky to win. And he just has to be careful. Sheridan playstyle is not going out frontally, peeking frontally at the enemies. If there are people looking at him, he is going to struggle a lot. That was just a little bit too much to take here. Maybe some safer driving could have done the trick. I mean, on the one hand side, yes, he does have some good crossfire, but let's quickly pause here. First of all, he took some unnecessary shots there. I would also not really have expected enemies to have already turned, but was not really necessary to just drive like this. Because, 1 second, he could take a safer driving route. I will just zoom out here, move up. So, what he did was, he was just going like this, moving straight over. His idea probably was to just take the hill position to have some shots down into all those enemies that were just trying to run away over there. But, yeah, they already turned. He could not really know about it, but of course his teammates that were over there were already dead, so those guys had nothing to shoot at and they were likely to just turn. What he could have done instead was just not pushing out here, and he could have either stayed in this position and still had the same shots onto the IS-8, or he could have also just, if he really wanted to get to this position, then he could have moved between the houses and yeah, maybe even take a longer route, like through the river and over here. Although that takes some time, of course, but he just had to be a little bit careful already. I mean, if we are seeing those teammates that he has here, none of those guys really has a lot of armor, so he really has to be quite careful there. Lagging still. Video lagging. But what is happening? I mean, to me, it shows that there were right now 0 frame drops. Also, CPU is at a good level. Kilobits per second are at a good level. Guys, let me know whether there are still lags. Let's open the chat here. Do I have anything opened that should not be opened right now? Anything here? No, it's good. Okay, now it's good. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. So let's keep going. Yeah, the replay also was lagging a little bit. Why the HE there? Yes, getting some nice HE is fine. Or is a nice thing. But if it is close, you really don't want to trust on your RNG. And to be honest, I don't ever try shooting an HE into the side of an E3. You can shoot the back, like the rear part there. There it is quite easy to pen, but even with a Showdown at that distance, I would not have tried that. It would have been much more important to really place a safe shot, get some damage here, as he did with the 907. He even risked taking a shot, but that was totally fine because he really needed that kill here. And especially in such kind of scenario when you are already at a disadvantage, then it's just so important to place your shots. Yeah, E3 could have been a 2-shot by now. Also here, he could have just aimed in a little bit long, but I guess he still has the option to carry this, because the E3 is very easy to counter if he does not high roll him. IS-4 was in a really bad position down there. Yeah, you can just shoot his back now. That's just perfect for him. Really strong position, by the way. That is a position that is, yeah, like one of the best positions in the game that can allow you to just survive insane battles, because it is so hard to push you for the enemies. Quite risky there what he did. Like, if the IS-4 is going up here, he can just block him. He can just drive beneath him, make sure the IS-4 doesn't get up. What's he going to do? I think he can't do anything. Maybe you can just put a heat in top of into the top of the turret there of the IS-4, but it's fine. His platoon mate or teammate was helping out there. This time he took all the time that he could for aiming in this shot. But yeah. Oh, no. That was not worth it. I mean, he does have to hit these shots, and he cannot really afford to take any more shots, although he does have the cap point advantage. But I don't know, the last trade there was clearly not the best. And that is what he could have done. Otherwise, he could have just gotten unspotted, waited for the opportunity there to just flank around and get to some other position. Like he is doing right now. Yeah, now you can just try to go for another angle, use those bushes on top here. Yep, great. Just shoot the nice. The upper part there just below or above the track is, by the way, quite easy to penetrate even at steep angles. Well, good damage here on this game. There were like 2 shots on the HE on the E3 at like 200 meter distance, basically. Was a little bit too much. But After all, he managed to carry this. After all, he still did a good job there and carried this game. So let's check what else we got here. It is an FE45 gameplay. I love to see that. I really hope these lags are like better now. Let's check. I can just reset the stats of I mean, I do have stats that track whether there are any frame drops, etc. And just reset them to see if I could get rid of them. Okay. So, FE45 and enemies do have a medium more. That is something important to take note of at the start of a battle. Which team does have more mediums? Again, frame drops. What's going on then? Alright, 10% off 60 frames per second. That's not too bad. Okay, you can get the Leopard maybe. You have to be careful though, because there might be some TD just behind the Leopard. And he might take a shot, but okay, it's only a tortoise on the enemy side. I don't know for sure whether he was aware of that.
Enemy armor is damaged.
But still, if he peeked from the left side, he would have been safe of that. Oh, come on, frame drops. What could I possibly do about this? Huh? What is going on? Okay, I will try something. Because I know how it worked, and there is I made some changes on the settings. The stream might be just interrupted for 2 seconds, and it will be back. Okay, and we are back. I hope it will be working now, because I changed something up about the stream settings. I don't know, maybe that was the reason. I hope that is the case, so that we can finally focus on the gameplay now. Oh, nice shot there. Really nice shot. I like that he is moving away. A little bit unsafe on this one, but okay. He is moving away as he noticed his teammates were going down, and yeah, Batchet even blaming the team after being the one to die for nothing. I mean, the Batchet does have the mobility, does have the option to just go for an aggressive spot and retreat again. So yeah, it's definitely Batchet's fault here, not his fault, and that the Batchet died. He could not have done anything else about it, and it is not the Heavy's job to support the Batchet in all kind of situations. So yeah, what he does here is really the right thing to do. Just back off, get closer to his Heavy teammates, and try to support him. As you notice right now, he is on A. His teammates are spotting quite aggressively. He can just put out some shots, use those spots from his teammates. Does not really have to risk getting shot too much, although of course he is a very easy target and a dangerous tank, so enemies will be happy about shooting him. But yeah, the repositioning here already really paid off. And he can just, he's trying to get back now to cover his WT. Maybe he should already seek some cover, because the WT is likely to go down, and he, yeah, he will be next if he's not careful. There are still 2 light tanks on the field for the enemies. Let's quickly pause here and have a quick look at the mini-map here. That's actually, I'm on the wrong scene here. Here's the mini-map. Here it is a little bit bigger. What I was thinking right now is, look, his heavies are on the right side here. Enemies are pushing in over there. It will be super hard to kill those 2 heavies alone. He might be able to do so, but he might die for that. It is a risky thing already. But he also has to keep in mind that there is still the Tortoise preempting him from over there. Also, there are still 2 light tanks that are still unspotted anywhere. They can just rush him. So instead of moving forward as he did just a few seconds ago, I think he should have already taken into consideration that he needed a position to cover from the enemies, and he could have just fallen back already, placed these 1 or 2 shots into these heavies that were crossing over, and then he should just try to get back behind his heavy teammates to just use them as a spotter again, because he can really not take any shots. So he could just try to get over there, maybe put in some shots at a distance, but it would be safer to just move around the map, get towards C now, and not risk getting rushed by 4 tanks. But yeah, actually the lags are gone, as it seems, since I restarted, because I had like advanced settings
Enemy armor is
activated.
The gunner's injured. You'll have a hard time hitting anything. Penetration.
Advanced stream settings, and yeah, something was wrong about it. But okay. Yeah, you could see now what was the issue here. The Yo almost, well, the Yo just clipped him and made him a one-shot to the IS-8. If the IS-8 was a little bit earlier, maybe, and if the push came more simultaneous of the Yo and the IS-8, then he would not have survived this. So this was a big gamble here. You could have just moved out of this. He definitely had the time to do so. Also, he's still in a position where anyone from C might possibly shoot him, because he does not have the view range. Just imagine the E100 spotting him right now, because he can easily spot him at this range. And there might still be the Tortoise where he has been before. That was, oops, over there. And then he could be dead by now. That's the issue here. I mean, the repositioning was great at the start. Later on, he just played a bit of a risky gameplay. Tried to stay close to the enemies, probably to just get in the damage here. But I think it was a little bit too risky in the end there. Could have just played it out a little bit safer there. Okay. And GG though. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just checking the chat whether there are still any issues. Center heartbreak. Yeah, you can do that. That's great. I will also just quickly activate the. No, I don't need the other shell. Okay. Oof. Oof, I see a big game there. Seeing a really big game that is awaiting us here. Okay, it's not a tier 8. For a second I was thinking it was a tier 8. Yeah. Progetto on this map. Progetto, first of all, lovely tank that allows for just having basically clip reloaded all the time when you're just driving around the map. You don't even have to take care of your reload, although that is better to do. But you will most likely have a few shots reloaded. Interesting position, very passive here. Also, KPZ is just camping behind him. But to be honest, I really struggle with this map, especially this spawn, because from the enemy spawn you can go into the corner quite aggressively. From this spawn you can only play the medium side passively, or you really push into the corner. Otherwise you are you are at a disadvantage. What is the T-62 actually doing there? Horrible positioning. I mean, you can't play this area that he is playing right now. But let me quickly show you the issue. What is happening quite often here is, let's move up a little bit. I mean, from the enemy spawn, you do have this position here. That is just an awesome hull down position that allows for some sneaky shots just below or beneath the train wagon here, which is almost impossible to counter. But yeah, there you do have a really strong position. You can get in the spots over there. If you do have a lot of gun depression, you can even shoot over there. If there are some guys just maybe moving into the corner. Also, if you are moving up from over here, you can just go into this position and you can go hull down. You can be perfectly hull down to fight anyone that is facing you here. Also, you can even move forward and go over there into this position. You can also be hull down and shoot into every kind of position here. So just think of this. There are these 3 positions to shoot you. And what do you do on the other side? You can go hull down over here to get in a few spots, but the TDs on that side do have TD bushes over there, and they might just shoot you from a long distance. Also, if you are moving to this position, which I like to do at the start when this map was released, then you're at a huge risk of enemies just being aggressive, and then they are just going hull down right in front of you and just shooting you out there. Also, this is a good hull down position as well, just behind this bush. Another thing that you could do from the spawn that we are in right now is just moving into the corner, but you need a platoon mate or some team backup, which you cannot guarantee. You might have some passive teammates, and if you are going aggressive then while the enemies are also going aggressive, then yeah, you're going to have a bad time. But what is actually the difference here between those 2 spawns? You cannot really see it too greatly right now, but I'll try to show you. You do have, this is high ground. Yes, you are higher on this area, but you can't just go hull down here. These guys from over there, they can just push in. They can be hull down in these 2 spots, while they will have TD back up from over there. So if they are getting pushed here, if you are trying to counter push those guys from the other side, then you will get shot by TDs. Because there are TDs camping, shooting you like this. If the enemies are going hull down over here, and you have some TD, he is very unlikely to penetrate the turret of the enemy. If it is a strong tank, of course. But yeah, that's the biggest issue here. And if you are going aggressive here, then there are just so many angles that you can get shot from. So I clearly have not the best idea of how to play this map just yet. I played it a couple of times. I like going for the corner, but whenever I moved into these positions, I was always afraid of just getting pushed, because it is a gamble. If the enemies are just pushing in, they will just delete you, and you can't even run away, because you will just, yeah, you will get smacked if you try to drop down here. Then there are some TTs, heavies, whatever. And also, like, spotting positions from this side, not existent. You cannot move over here with an aggressive move without risking getting pushed. You can't move into the middle because there are shots from everywhere. So the heavy side would be better, but the heavy side means you are trapped in a very little pocket there, which is not too perfect. Let's get back to the gameplay here. He's doing the passive strat here for this game, which is so far really working out. The WZ enemy seems not to be the greatest player. Also, he just immediately pulled off the adrenaline and the not reactive armor, but the speed boost while he was getting shot. So I don't know, the WZ, yeah, clearly not the best player. Let's turn off these controls here down there. Yeah, you can just reload now. It doesn't have to go for 1v1 trade, as it is far better if you can just put out 2 shots for 1. Maybe. It is still fine, but he does have a 3v3 right now, and he's the only one that enemies will be shooting. But if you can just sit back for a second, as happened here, You can just go for the reload on the Progetto. That is what makes this tank so great for winning games, as trading effectively is quite easy if you have some time to just sit it out. You don't need the massive DPM, and yeah, it is fine. Some people are not happy about the gun. I personally think the gun is quite accurate if you are aimed in, so you do need to really hit your shots, and that's the typical autoloader playstyle. Get into positions where you can afford to aim in, and then you will do fine with this tank. And even if you have to go for like hull down single shot trading, which is obviously not the best thing to do in Progetto, it is still quite good at it because it does have some bouncy hull armor, and the turret is even also still quite bouncy. Nice wriggling here makes the E75 bounce even. It would need heat. It really needs heat at this angle. Wasted the shot a little bit. And had to take another shot for that, so just think of it. If you are not sure whether you are able to penetrate, just aim and use heat, because you won't save any credits if you are not hitting your shot and not killing the enemy, maybe even losing because of that. Well, yeah, so far so good. Enemies though do have same amount of tanks, and they do have 3 caps ticking against 1. That is clearly, yeah, not the most comfortable position that he's in right now, because he has to apply some pressure. He does not really know where the enemies are, and he might be an easy target for the FE183, which can one-shot him. Jack possibly could have also one-shot him. Track shot maybe? Okay, lucky track shot on this one. Would not have been expected. Well, points. 956. Ooh. That was close. That was really close. Cap is not going to win this. They have to kill them. They don't have the time to cap all the bases. Oh, I am afraid they are going to lose. Yeah. Yeah. 997, 1k. Yeah, supremacy, right? That's unfortunate. Unfortunate, but Guilherme here, playing on another server, I can't see his profile. He did his best. He, of course, he took an unnecessary shot from the E75. But that's about it. He did a good job of going aggressive, and he just could not afford to go any more aggressive than he did, because his teammates were just very passive behind. What I didn't exactly like was going for the base in the end, because, yeah, taking one more base did not stop the enemies from having 2 bases. And, yeah, therefore, just quickly trying to get the kill would have maybe allowed for another shot, maybe even 2 shots, and the Emil would have been dead, actually. But yeah, you really needed some more team backup on this one, definitely. There was not any other way of winning this. But yeah, I guess, yeah, unlucky. Unlucky. Okay, let's see what else we can have a look at here. I wish this was this patch. Yeah, I cannot see replays from different patches, so that is not really needed in the replay channel here. What do we have here? That is Guilhermotta, which we have just seen. What do we have here? T54A2. Interesting. That's the premium that is currently in shop, I guess. Yep, should be. It's not really worth it. I can tell you. It's a medium tank, I think. No, it's it's not. It's not. How is the other one called then? This tank is worth it, definitely, because this tank is a hull down beast. with good DPM, good mobility, basically like an E5 has been before its nerf. But this tank is just so dominant for its tier. And he also has an awesome camo on this one. I wish I had this camo. It's so cool. But yeah, he's just going for the middle area. Because yeah, that's just the best thing to do in general. If you don't have any tank that doesn't have gun depression nor turret, then you can also go for the city. If you're playing E100, for example, Jack, or maybe some TD, you can go for the city. Going for the far right is a little bit risky, because if you're getting pushed on the C side, like on the medium flank there, you might not be able to run away because you would have to move up the hill. So I would recommend just going for the bridges here at the start with a medium tank, where you do have some really nice cross shots into heavies or mediums, and then you can still decide where it is the best option to push into. With a heavy tank, with a hull down tank especially, I would just go for the middle. Even with a 50B, I would do so. Oh, nice shot there. Really nice snapshot. I would have probably gone for the medium in the back, as he was lower definitely than the email, which was still also quite far away, and now he risks getting into a 1v1 situation, although he's certainly about to win this, especially as he has some help by his platoon mate. Yeah, you can see what's the issue here. I was not entirely sure whether the email was reloading or not. In the worst case, he could have taken an entire clip by the email, and the second email, which was just about to come, could have also clipped him. And they also gave up the strong positions. Let's quickly pause here to make my point a little bit better and explain why I'm not too convinced by this positioning. Yes, they managed to clear this email, but the email does not have like tremendous DPM. And the enemies, sadly, I cannot see the markers here anymore, but we are seeing an enemy over here, and enemies are like somewhere there. I don't know. High ground. High ground is so freaking important. If they were able to just keep the high ground or kill the medium, just shoot down and just keep this area here, they would have very stronger positions to fight off any enemy that would be coming in from any direction, because they would only have to show their turret. As of now, in the position that they are in right now here, they don't have any cover at all. As you may see here, they are just completely in the open, and anyone pushing into them might have free shots. Also, the enemy that was just over here, the email one it was, can just go hull down, and is basically impenetrable for everyone down there. And you can just, if you're here, you can just farm all these guys. I think that's quite easy to see that the rear of these tanks is super easy to penetrate. The sides are easy to penetrate, and even the turrets from the top are easy to penetrate. So just keep your high ground, and if you can go for a push, yes, but think about it, whether it's really worth going in there, or if you don't just risk too much. I think I just ended the replay. Yep, that was by accident. I should not have pressed escape, but rather the end free cam button. Let's get here again. But actually, yeah, there was some medium rushing in behind. As you can see here, I don't really see what it is there. If he stayed up, he could just have helped the WT, or even AMX also going down for no reason, or even pushed the email frontally together with his platoon mate, so they could still decide whether to just stay hull down, like basically on top here, and fight the email, out trade him 2v1, and then stay on top or chase him. That was still up for further decision, but yeah, as it ran right now, he was quite lucky to not have taken an entire clip here, to be honest. Let's get to the point where we left. Yep, that's it. Let's check the rear. There are a lot of people coming from behind, and he's going for like one of the most healthy targets here. Email 1, or is it email 1? Email 2. obviously is quite risky to face, quite dangerous to you, but does not really have a lot of DPM. He just left his platoon mate also to get this kill. Yes, it was a fair trade, but really they did not really have to go down. If they stayed on top here, where he is going right now, then they would have the option to push the weakest enemy and not only, yeah, they would not be forced to go for the Emil. But even if he is, yeah, although he is definitely wasting some time by this move here, it is still probably going to pay off, because now he is in a super hard position to counter for the enemies. As you can see, hopefully he gets this kill. Ooh, close. But yeah, look at this right now. That's exactly what I was trying to point out here. The enemies are just down there. Just turn, man. Just turn, go hull down. That's what your tank is good at. Okay, he's going for the other bridge. Even better. Even better to just move over here to have some better crossfire, some more distance. Great. He can just, he can basically just stay here, go, yeah, a little bit more aggressive still. But yep. Does not have to push any further because he is in a strong position to just counter the enemies right now. Would maybe not have hurt to just use the APCR for the shot on the Progetto and aim in a little bit longer. Ooh. Yeah, okay, he is aware that the Emil 1 is coming from behind, so he does push forward and tries to avoid the Emil. Kills the Progetto on the move. That was a really nice move here. Still trying to avoid the Emil while moving forward. Wow, that is some good driving skills here. Definitely. And now he does have the distance. Look at the mobility of this tank, man. That is just OP. That is so OP to have this mobility and the armor of this tank. I would not try this, but now he does have the option to just also go for some. Oh, some good positions here. Uses can use the bushes to his side, although he does not do so. Reverse side scraping in a hull down tank. Are you kidding me? Is this really working out with this tank? I'm not the tier 8 player that has the best clue of every kind of armor. I was not aware that this tank could side scrape. Maybe it was just lucky. I would not have tried this. Ooh. You're maybe a little bit too quick here. Well, okay, it's working out. There's a lot of luck involved in this gameplay, definitely. Okay, Emil should be reloading, so if he kills the object, then he will definitely have the next shot onto the Emil, and he will be able to kill him if the Emil does not penetrate him right now. Emil should be reloaded already. He can just move behind and shoot him there. Really nice done. Nicely done. I was not, you could see I was not entirely happy with every kind of decision there. In the end, it still worked out. It was a bit controversial, this push onto the Emil, because, yeah, you know, Emil was kind of isolated. I don't know if he was being on voice chat with his platoon mate, so he was aware that the Emil was reloading. But yeah. Okay. Tag me for T49 gameplay. Okay. Where is it? Analyze me, senpai. Alright, alright. Nimbus, that's the T49 gameplay. Okay, let's go for this one. So, T49 on this map. Well, you can still decide to just move up the hill or pre-aim the hill. I think you would need adrenaline for this, yet on long reload guns. On this map, it is fine to just use the adrenaline at the start already, because it allows you to just pre-aim, just stop, really aim in. Maybe I would aim a little bit further to the left side, because here the enemies just get spotted and you don't have any option of just adjusting your aim on something. Oh, he does have something to the right side, surprisingly. Enemy T49 doing a big YOLO move. And El Nimbus not going for the snapshot here, just making sure that he does have a safe shot. For the T49, of course, the most fun gameplay would be to just drive around and put out shots here and there. But of course, you cannot trust an RNG, and the sad truth is that you have to play this tank very passively and really aim in whenever you can. Ooh, lucky. Unlucky. T49 does have the adrenaline, he does not. I would not be sure whether the enemy or El Nimbus did have the next shot reloaded here. And he's just staying close to the red line, moving around the map here. I would have wished for him to just look around a little bit more, because yeah, now he does. Now he does. Because it would be quite an important info to see whether the teammates are about to win the hill, or if the enemies can just peek over, because this would mean that you could get pushed or shot here. But yeah, he's just he could actually, no, he cannot really YOLO the Löwe, because Löwe does have another guy in a cap. As you could see, the Löwe was not the one capturing the base. Still, the base is ticking over, or the base points are ticking over. That means there's at least one guy in the cap. I would even think that there are two guys in the cap still, and it's because of the speed those cap points are, the speed of at which the cap points are ticking over. And he's doing a good job of just moving behind. He can just HE the Panther. That's what he's aiming for. Not going for the Object 252, or that would have been, of course, the more dangerous target. Mediums in general are like, yeah, more dangerous. But at tier 8, that's not necessarily the case. 94, 95 cap points. Is he going to get it? 97. He gets it. Man, if he just failed with the HE, the enemies would have won. Especially with T49 shots on the move, he could have just hit this wall there. Yeah, he can just HE the torch. Just go for the HE, man. Okay. Good team player. I would have gone for the damage. Just HE the AT-15. Did I just say tortoise earlier? I think so. But 252 would have probably just killed the Löwe still. But okay, by now, I don't know if 252 would have died for that. I don't think so. If the Löwe did not penetrate the cupola of the object. So, yeah. Not blaming him for the decision to take out the one shot. I would have just gone for the damage. Maybe it would have cost me the game. And he does have a 252 almost full hit points against him, which is like literally the most horrible enemy that you could possibly face in a 1vx situation in a T49. Because you can basically not penetrate that guy. You can penetrate the back with the heat, but that's it. That's it. He can spam some HEs for 200 damage, but they don't get him anywhere. Anywhere. Nice voice crack. So what is he going to do? The other guy AFK, as it seems. Problem is that the Löwe still keeps up the spots for the enemy Object 252, so you can possibly just farm the Löwe now, but yeah, can he even? It doesn't even have HEs anymore. Interesting, no HEs left, so he does have to penetrate the 252 with the heat into the back now. He can't track him anymore whatsoever. There is no option. Löwe having automatic fire extinguisher. Interesting choice. I do know that some people like it. I would not go for it. It's not worth it. I mean, you can just train pressing the fire extinguisher button in no time. Maybe it would be time for him to just back off a little bit, to just use the bushes, his mobility advantage, and camo value. Well, that was just a little bit too early to cut the ray. Now that 250U is well aware of his position. Ooh. Is he really going for the Löwe, or what is his plan? Huh? Why is he going for the Löwe now? Is he thinking that he would not get any damage otherwise, or would not have any chance against the object? I mean, that might be the case. Nimbus, I think you're live on chat. Did you already give up at this point? Because you just didn't really fight the object and just try to get the Löwe at all costs, but this is exactly what you could have done earlier here. Just move up the hill, use the bushes to outspot the enemies, and ignore this Löwe. HE would have been really nice now. Sadly, doesn't have any HEs anymore, but I think he should really ignore the Löwe, because he can still fight the object. And Löwe is easy to kill later on. But the 250U needs some time. Yeah, time is running out now. Time running out, 5.7k. Yeah, but to be fair, like 2k damage were just farming of an AFK Löwe and AFK Panther. Yeah. Well, what can I say? Like, yeah, that was just a little bit too much AFK farming for my taste for a good gameplay. Yeah, but yeah, still 5.7k is a good damage number. But if you just try to fight the object 250U earlier, then you would have maybe had a chance. Of course, fighting the object is quite risky. I want to check something. 9 HEs he has, so alright, that's not too bad. Maybe a few more would also not hurt. But here he wasted a lot of time just circling around this house here. I think as soon as he had the track shot here, that was his call to either circle the object 250U, because the object was tracked, did not repair, and he could just get behind, put in a heat. Maybe he could keep circling the object, which would have been the best to win this game. Once being able to circle the object, he could have... I mean, he could have even penetrated the rear or the rear of the turret if he was at the front of the tank. And yeah, that was his best chance, in my opinion, to win this. But later on, it was not lost yet at this point. He could still run away. I mean, the Löwe was not moving. If he could ignore the Löwe, then he could still easily kill the Löwe in the end. Of course, taking some free damage is fine. But this time would have really been needed to fight the object. And here was the biggest mistake, in my opinion. We can still see the tracks on the ground here. What happened here is that he decided to, I think it was going this way, then moving out over there, and deciding to run back to this point again. His thought process was probably, okay, the object 250U is now thinking that he would go this way, so he can just get behind him and surprise him from the side. But the issue was that the object was already quite close and spotted him before he managed to get away. So I think he could have considered this already and just tried to get some distance. If he was able to just move around here, he could just run around, get back to the hill, maybe rush up the hill, and then from the hill it is even easier to penetrate the object 252 because you can maybe even have shots into the engine deck from the side. I think that would work. If you are above, then you do have a good angle to just shoot the engine deck there. That would be the best scenario for him, in my opinion, to just move around and then move up the hill, use those bushes everywhere and try to fight the object 252 instead of moving back here. Although, of course, if he did not get spotted, the object moved around like this, then he could get behind him, but he really needed to circle him, especially as the object would have been in open terrain. Also, after the object shot him, I think he needed to try at least to circle that guy, because like this he just went for the shot and he sealed the deal basically. He already was happy with losing this one, as he did not try to kill the object. He was just going for the easy damage here. I mean, farming AFKs is clearly a fun thing to do, but it's not the thing that makes you win, right? Definitely not. Okay, next game. Okay, I would quickly also have to look at the chat here. Hi Netforce, Adamantium, welcome everyone that just joined. Okay. Let's move on to the next replays here. Esper uploaded another great game, but we've already seen Esper, so let's move on to someone else first. There were lots of great games uploaded here. Ooh. Okay, although we did have the FE405 already, well, the result that I'm seeing of this game makes me want to see it. Let's check this out. It is Gravy on Jakey Pew. Jakey Pew? Jakey Pew? I don't know. He's spamming up into the chat. I mean, yes, going up generally is the better thing to do. The object is going for FV report. This guy tells us where to go. Let's report him immediately. Oh, son. But to be honest, I don't know if I would go up here with the FE405. Of course, going up is the safer thing to do. It is quite helpful because it is important to win the high ground, but with no backup at all. Now there is an E100 coming. Enemies do have a medium tank advantage, and he can't really fight the mediums, especially if his platoon, or not platoon mate, if his medium teammate would decide to run away, then he could have had a really bad time here. So I would have not gone for the city, for the hill necessarily. I would have maybe just gone for the city in this case. But also, if we are seeing the minimap right now, let's check that. Just check that out. His teammates are at the city entrance, just all camping. Therefore, it is good that he is up now. He can just push the enemies now, as he does have some backup. Nice track shot here, which allowed his teammate also to shoot the Progetto. Progetto just lost control over his life and messed up all his shots. And D92 will be able to run away. There was still some TD in the back. He has to be a little bit careful about pushing out at this point. Can maybe nice kill shot here with the LG into the back of the E1. Just going for the reload just fine, and I think he should just make sure that he gets back as soon as possible. I would even use the speed boost here because he really needs to get back to cover his teammates as they are getting pushed onto. Because every second that he is losing means that the enemies are having free shots or do have massive tank advantage against his teammates in the city, and he would need that time to just quickly get in, clip there, really nice. Already got the kill and made the E100 one shot. Another shot into the Kranwagen. That's just perfect. He can now apply some pressure again. Yeah, Griller is the easiest target. He isolated himself a little bit, and Griller obviously is also super dangerous with his massive DPM. Although he has to be careful of not getting clipped by the Kranwagen also while facing the Griller there. But good. That basically just turned around the game here. Because he was just on time to move back when the enemies were not just done yet with shooting his teammates. Oh, maybe he could just shoot the Kranwagen here. Alright. Alright. Just farming. He definitely had a shot onto the Kranwagen. Kranwagen with his clip is possibly more dangerous because, like, if the Kranwagen is a 3-shot, he will put out at least 2 shots into him if the Kranwagen would push him. Would be possibly more dangerous or more damage than the E100 could deal with only 1 shot. That's just a PC aim fully zoomed in here that we could see there. 268 still calling him out for the report. Yeah, if he does not have no Spore liner, then it should be a very easy win for him now because E100 cannot one-shot him. Great. Yeah, very clever push there on top because enemies were spotted in the city. But yeah, he didn't really have any information. There could be more on top there. I would also prefer to go up, but really don't insist on what you think would be the best idea or best strategy for your team if the team is not following you. Then it doesn't necessarily make sense to just go alone to the medium side, especially if you have a weak tank like the FE45 and you have only one medium, which I've often made the experience that I am just about to support one medium against 2 mediums, and what does my medium do? My medium just rushes in, goes full YOLO, dies in seconds, and then he's gone and I'm alone. Can't do shit against the enemies there. So yeah, be careful about that. And also, if the medium would run away, FE45 might just be too slow because it does have horrible traverse speed. I might really struggle on the run there. But yeah, everything was working out quite fine here, so that was good. All right. Next game. The game from Charlie. Just tag me for it. Alright. Let's have a look at that. WT game, can you just tag me for it with the replay? That would be great. Would make it far easier to find it.
Let's go.
So, what do we have here? He does have 2 mediums against 2 mediums on the enemy side. That's like always the first thing to check. Which team does have more mediums on the field? That's really what you should take care of. Apart from that, of course, it also helps having a look at the setup. If you do have a very light setup against a very heavy setup, then it's hopeless going for the heavy side. And yeah, like I mentioned, AMX. Tier 9 heavies even, and enemies are having Maus E100. You should be aware of that and not try to push into the Maus E100. If you're just going for the medium side, then you will do far better and be able to just kill off some enemies before Maus and E100 are even ready to fight. A nice Cupola shot on T57 doesn't work every time. He took a rather passive position at the start, which was just absolutely fine. He could have even gone for the corner with the setup that he had here, because he's a quite fast tank. Does have a little bit of turret armor. He can just go a little bit aggressive into the corner there to just get in some early shots and early spots. But, oh, missed the fire button maybe. But I also like going passively into this bush, although you do give up some spots. But it does allow you to be in a much safer position. Quick note about going down here as he is doing right now. I would not really do that, because you might just get counter-pushed, rammed, whatever. Oh, great shot, nice bounce. But yeah, it's not really too safe to go down there, because you don't really see everything that's going on. If the enemies are just pushing you, if the 30B even was just trying to run away and ramming him, he would still deal some damage and maybe track him down there, or just stop him down there so that others were able to just kill him. So I would rather just push the upper side, ignore the lower part here. If you're in tournaments it would work. In tournaments we've even seen that being a successful move, but in tournaments you do know that you have teammates to support you. If you're getting counter pushed, you're basically a bait, you're trapped down there. You can't really run away anymore. That's the issue. He tried to just get the ram damage for the kill, was not enough. And therefore, he just lost a ton of hit points for nothing, basically. Okay, he's at 2.8k. Not too much just yet. But there's still 2 enemies left alive. WZ still full hit points. Jark not having that many hit points anymore. It should be a comfortable win by now, as he can just try to circle the WZ. And then it would be GG. Okay, Jark still managed to get the kill shot there. Oh, FV still about to die. Okay, I guess it's still going to be interesting. What a low roll though. What a low roll on the WZ there. Question is whether he's safe from a Jark. I would really have an eye on that. I mean, if you're using auto aim and just moving or just having a look with a lookout bar, then you can make sure that your reticle stays in position while you are looking somewhere else, just to make sure that the Jark is not able to shoot him there, because if the Jark would shoot him, he could possibly one-shot him. Would not have been worth it just for killing this WZ, so I could maybe just play a longer game and run away if that was needed, because the Jark would have been able to maybe shoot him there. But alright, he does have a great mobility advantage by now, as the Jark is a slow big tank, can't really do much about a light tank here, unless if he manages to one-shot him. That would be the only hope of the Jark, but if he goes for the caps, then yeah, he doesn't have to overpeak. And Jark is possibly, yeah, Jark is going to have a bad time there. I would personally just go towards the on top of the bridges here, because there you can just go hull down and shoot the middle area. But as he is driving right now, it's also fine. I mean, he only needs to focus on just playing a safe game. Can take a good hull down position here. Does have the really good view range. Jark, yeah, a little bit lost there in the middle area, just trying to still circle around the wagons and still trying to get in some shots there. But there's really nothing that the Jark could do at this point if you would be going for any cap. And then the Vickers could just go for another cap. So maybe, what would I expect the Vickers to do? I would expect the Vickers to just hide in some spawn, but I would not expect him to go A, because A is not really needed. So with the Jark I would have actually not gone for the caps anymore, because that would not have gotten me anymore. Me anywhere. I would have just tried to go into some random direction and try to find the Vickers there. It's because the Vickers, if he's running away, then I could just catch him maybe, but that would be the only hope for the Jark. Well played here to Boyo. Sumro Boyo. Yeah, good moves there in the end. Just keeping the distance to stay unspotted, and the Vikas, of course, having the view range and the mobility advantage, the camouflage that allowed him to just get in the information way before the Jag was able to spot him there. Alright, I see there are new tags on the replay channel. Kuma also just uploaded a replay. Kuma did 6.1k in Yo. Adamantium sent one to replay analysis channel. Okay. No, I got the one from Charlie. Let's go for the other one there. Let's go for the other one. Again, Progetto game. Best tech tree camos in the European nation there. They're looking cool, they are looking historical, accurate. I just love them. Although, wait a second. I'm pretty sure that this is the tech tree camo and not the... There's a very similar premium camo. Well, never mind, let's focus on the game right now. Well, there are 4 mediums on the enemy side, 3 mediums on his side. Teammates are not quite sure yet where to go. They are still like at the city entrance, which is basically the most horrific thing to do, because there they can just get shut out by the enemy mediums. He's already running away, maybe a bit early. I mean, they do have the FV just behind. They don't really have to immediately run away. It's not like they were under so much pressure. And yeah, as you can see by now, the enemies are also split. They are having some tanks down there. So as long as the heavies were not spotted, I would suggest he could just stay on top of the hill, try to maybe spot left, right, and especially, let's quickly pause here, especially as there were some heavies, we could see some heavies being in the camping positions here. Camping positions, they were just camping in no position that should ever be considered. But the enemies might have shot them. If the enemies are spotting them, they would be over there. Maybe there would be even some heavies peeking on top of the hill here, trying to shoot those heavy tanks. So just keep an eye on what your teammates are doing. If they are in a horrible position, maybe you can make that work by just going for the outside here, trying to spot in this position if there are any people trying to shoot those heavy tanks from either over there or over there. And then you do have a good chance of spotting them from over here, and would also allow your heavy tanks, as there were 3 heavy tanks plus a TD over there, they could all have shots onto those guys. So that would have been a really tactical gameplay here, to just be aware, okay, there are some teammates doing nothing, but they are most likely getting shot, but they don't have the view range. So let's just move to the outer side real quick to get in the spots. Apart from that, I would have just tried to spot on top here. There is this bush to the right side, yeah. There's this bush where you can just try to spot if there are any heavies rolling in. As he was knowing at this point, there were only the 4 mediums on the enemy side, where he had 3 mediums and the TD, so he could still try to just hold here, put out some shots into those mediums, try to spot here, move left, right. I'll still try to do a lot. Maybe enemies would have rolled in, he could still run away. It would not be that comfortable maybe, but he could also just hope for some help by his teammates. Let's see what else is going to happen here. Just a heat shot would have done the trick, I think. Farming those heavies here is not really that helpful, although he does have kind of free shots. But I would try to just focus out on the mediums, as they are like far more dangerous. And yeah, also way easier to kill. See, it's working. It's working. -1. And now they do have an even amount of tanks on top there. And can just outbrawl the enemies, especially him with a clipping potential when he is just rolling in. We've had this earlier with another Progetto game. Look at this, he was not even trying to reload. He was not even going for a reload button whatsoever. He was just getting closer to the enemies. And by the time he reached them, he had 3 shots reloaded. That's what makes the Progetto so awesome at times. And yeah, enemies had to run away because they were just farming the heavies and also wasting their hit points on that. The enemies could have just pushed in, would have had way better chances doing so. But they decided to farm the heavies. Maybe not the worst decision actually, because enemies also had some heavies down there in the city that also shot the heavy tanks of his team. While, yeah, if the enemies were focus firing mediums and heavies combined, they could just have some quick advantage. I would just stay exactly here, because here you can go hull down where the Vickers died basically, or where the tree is. You can just go hull down and where are these? What the heck? I don't see the markers anymore. Okay, I think I will have to restart the battle real quick. He could just have some crossfire into the enemies there if some of his teammates managed to keep up the spots. Okay, let's move to the same position again. If it just stays like this, he did not like this. He's overextending. If he stayed further to the right side, he would have better shots to just crossfire Kranwagen 113 or whatever without overextending. Yeah, just like this. That's exactly what I was talking about. And yeah, he's still going to this position, so it's still fine. Although it cost him maybe 1 or 2 shots because he was not going there immediately. He should actually just try to stay. For now, the Leopard is fast enough to run away, and he can just put in some cross shots into the 113 whenever he's trying to push up. Is he going to get another shot? No. For the Leopard, by the way, as his platoon mate is thinking, nah, I don't want to be alone, I don't want to get pushed by the 113, so he is going closer to his teammate. What that means, that the 113 is not going for the Leopard anymore. He will just move into this direction, and the Leopard and the other guy, which we are seeing right now, they will both have to fight the 113 frontally. We are aware that the other guy, it was an STI, he was just in the cap still. So he was not too risky. Also, the Leopard was still like quite healthy. So what I would recommend, which is a little bit risky, but much higher payoff, if the Leopard just did not get closer to him, but if the Leopard moved to the opposite direction, and if the Leopard just moved to this corner, just over there, then the Leopard could have shot the back of the 113 or him. Whoever the 113 was focusing, the other one could have possibly had shots. If the 113 was trying to push one or the other one would have been able to just farm. And especially when playing mediums, just creating that crossfire is so helpful. If you get the enemies between you, then they won't be able to make use of their armor anymore and fight you or show you their rear. Just load heat, man. Okay, it works, but heat is very easy shot. Heat! Why do you have 21 heats with you if you don't use them? 3 shots already, that would have been much more likely to penetrate with the heat. Just load heat. Okay, you can penetrate the lower part. I I was not aware of that. Good. Full clip. And he really has to help his platoon mate because he's getting pushed onto. And as it seems, Leopard is not able to avoid the shot by the 113. I'm surprised by that, as actually the Leopard would have the mobility to just outspot the 113 and maybe just move around some hill as he is doing right now. Come on, Progetto, move in. You don't have any time because the STI is coming and the Leopard is about to die. If the 113 is a little bit clever and just moves over the hill instead of around it. Good, 113 missed the shot. Well, yeah. Great. Now there's only the STI left. Still 2 minutes on the clock. Somewhat fine. I think with his Progetto he could be a bit more aggressive because his platoon mate is a one-shot and he can afford to take a shot. So he can just try to keep up the spots and make sure that his platoon mate is not about to die for nothing. Go. Go, 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 go. No need to raid here. The STI is not going to peek out again. And even if he does, then he might hit our protagonist here, our hero, in action. And if he gets hit, then he's a one-shot. It is fine if he is close enough to put out some more shots, but if he was just still too far away, then the STI would be reloaded by the time that he would reach him. Alright, nice. Still managed to carry this in the end. And let's see the team damage or the platoon damage. Oh, whoa, okay. 10,500 or 10,400. That's some really nice platoon damage here. Well played. Okay. A quick check of the chat here so I don't miss any important messages. Like stream not working, everyone went away. Alright. Oh wow, Mauser's watching at 2:44 AM. What gameplay did you upload as you are watching at this time? I will go for it then. And yeah. Okay, just left. Okay, good night. Hey David. And welcome everyone else who might have just joined in. Hope you're enjoying so far. Also don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget about that. But first of all, you're not supposed to leave just yet. David, yes, I did show one game of yours. Hi Husky. I definitely showed a game from Moonbaby already. Like the latest game that was uploaded, I think. Oh, was it even Moonbaby? And there is definitely still Moonbaby gameplay that I wanted to show also. Okay. I will just get to Michelle's replay first, because Michelle is almost always here and a very nice viewer. So let's get his gameplay onto the screen. Michelle Larimanda. And let's show us what you got here. Chieftain, lovely hull down tank, especially to the rather advanced players, the experienced players. This tank is like one of the most fun tanks. If it is not a medium, but for the heavy, it is like a heavy, medium, heavium, right? And you can do a lot of stuff with this tank. It's just a really nice tank that can go hull down everywhere. 10 degrees of gun depression is basically the maximum that you could get. You do have an HE, you do have good DPM. You do have the high penetration HE, which allows you to penetrate all the, not all the tank sides, but many weak spots like M60 sides, etc. with the HE. That's a really nice thing. Especially with the only 7 to 8 seconds of reload you do have. You can just imagine 500 average roll on the HE. You can get a lot of damage really quick. Enemies are capturing the base. Seriously? Am I seeing this right? Left, right, left, right. And he misses a shot. To be honest, I've made a similar experience there. If you're just not sure whether you can hit, just go for the APCR, because the APCR is flying way faster than the HE. And yeah, you already needed like 1 or 2 seconds to aim in, which costs him some DPM, and also he did not manage to penetrate the shot because he was aiming for the small upper part instead of just going for a safe shot down. Well, yeah, I know this greed quite well. You want this HE so badly, and you end up missing it, and it's just not worth it at this point anymore. To be honest, I'm not sure about him moving in right now, because he does have 2 mediums in the back, which are just about to flank, and there is still a TD. So he could possibly just help this TD and get hull down in the back there to fight off the mediums, because if he pushes in, I don't know if his 2 teammates there, or he does have 3 teammates over there, but only 2 of them are heavy tanks. The enemies are having 3 healthy heavies. If he wants to push into them alone, then that will be a very risky thing to do. It might possibly just get him at a very awkward position, like exactly what is happening right now. The Kranwagen is pushing onto him. You can just say GSI, yeah. Maybe turn down your sensitivity a little bit, because I see you're like wriggling around with the reticle a little bit. Maybe that's not too bad on other games for you. You're fine with it. Okay, it's only Gorilla in the back, and Gorilla is already dead. Good that his teammates now moved up, and the mediums, enemy mediums, did not decide to support the Kranwagen and YOLO him here. And he can just push in really nicely. Done here. Good that he was able to read the situation and push in. Again, he needed quite long for the shot into the back of the 113. Maybe sensitivity is an issue there. Not too sure of it. Not too sure whether that is also a problem on other games. But aiming could be improved on one shot or the other, although of course it is. It is a really nice aim already, and really safe shots in most situations. Like shots like these, those are just showing that he is a very experienced player already. And does not struggle to hit his shots. Usually. But yeah, I'm aiming for perfection, right? That's the thing. When I am not hitting all my shots, not because of RNG, it's okay to just miss like a few shots or blind shots if I run. If I do not hit shots which I could have hit, then I would try to make some adjustments somewhere. Either try to aim in better, or just try to adjust my sensitivity, something like that. And you will do better in the long run. Why the HE though? APCR is flying faster, does have a better chance of penetrating. 125 damage. That is a little bit much for an HE also. APCR would be like safer. Now he's in a 1v1 situation, which is not good, because the Vickers might just run away. Just go for the APCR. I mean, you could just low roll. Just go in. You can take a shot. But if the Vickers is running away, then you are lost. and you have no chance of getting him anymore. If the Vickers is just going for the distance, outspotting, then he can surprise from some different angles. Just try. Use the premium ammunition and just shoot the turret. Go, go, go. He might really, if he does not get the sides of the tank, where he would also be able to penetrate with AP or APCR, then the HE would possibly not deal the damage needed. So I don't know if the HE was really the best option here. But okay. Still a GG. Long message there by NetForce. Lots of gameplays happens and then Adamantium. One replay per person right now, so please decide which one you would like to see. I'm not going to analyze 3 replays for one person. I will just scroll up again and check what else we've got for now. I've seen some really big damage games here. Okay, I'm still going to show this one by Jennifer Lopez, although we have seen him already, but it is an 8k damage game. I want to see that one. What else do we have here? Moon Baby. Let's go for Moon Baby's replay. Object 263. Hi ED, am I going to play tonight? For now that's not planned. Maybe I'm still going to play some games later on. But for now I'm going to spend some time on just analyzing these replays here. And yeah, I mean, it's maybe even better. Just some great games here and even some info on them. So he does go for the medium side on this one. I would also suggest doing the same thing always, like whenever your team is there mostly. Especially on this map, encounter and an encounter medium side is generally the better thing to do. His position is a little bit risky as he might get shot from different angles here. Maybe he could just stay a little bit more passive or even move to the far right side here to avoid getting cross-shot from different angles. As right now he might just get shot from behind. That's a little bit risky here. If we are seeing, yeah, there are quite a lot of tanks in the back there, so would be a little bit risky. Nice bounce. 263 trolling the enemy here. Report T62 all. Wait, the T62 is alive. Leopard is not. Report Leopard, I would say. Rushing into the corner with the Leopard and expecting everyone to survive, to save him there. Alright, 268 was kind of isolated, so it was just the right call here to push onto this guy. Alright, NetForce, I will go for your game next one. Yeah, no. I hate this so much about the 263 now since it got not buffed in my opinion. It's not a buff. I I find this tank to be so frustrating now. Yes, of course, the armor is insane now. But, yeah, no. The gun, the accuracy is so horrible that I just cannot enjoy the 263 anymore as I did before. Of course, it might be a little bit easier to play now, but at what price? At the price of having a reliable tank. I was not even reliable before. I already disliked the accuracy before the buff. Oh yeah. I could have aimed in a little bit longer here as it was kind of far down actually. Same goes for this shot. Was not really needed to go for a snapshot. E100 does not have the penetration to pen him anyways. Oh, he's going in. Yeah, armor is insane now. But it's just, the armor is way too good. And the rest is way too bad. The mobility is also insane now. The traverse speed. It's just... Nice shot. That is just hilarious that you can not circle this tank anymore with a medium or light tank. Ah! Okay, dropping down to hide his lower plate. Just perfect. And he can go in. Kranwagen should have only 2 shots. PC aiming. I would find that, I never used the manual aiming on PC, and I found that to be highly annoying to have to use a scroll wheel and then zooming in that far. It does not allow for far more accurate shots. Okay. Well played, but just was mainly just a rather easy gameplay here of just rolling in. Oh, what do we have here? Okay, it's maybe Kuma's gameplay also. What else? Let me check the channel real quick. If there is anything really special that I really want to show here. Addictivo, I see there. I will also download that one already. Oh, now I'm going to use the other one. Okay. I was tagged in game analysis. Okay, E100 gameplay. NetForce also asked for one. NetForce, which one was it? The 5th gameplay set. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, what? How many are those? Damn it! I'm not how many replays did you upload there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting titles of the replays there, by the way, NetForce. You really name your replays? Okay, interesting. Okay, let's check NetForce Night Vision. Together in platoon with Play for Beer. Okay. M60, M48, 2 of those tanks that recently got a buff. NetForce, I hope this is the right one.
Let's go!
yeah. M60 just being the slightly better version of the M48 when it comes to gun depression. Gun depression. Oh, I've got my meal is still causing some burps in there. Okay, it's just the right thing to do here, to not go up the hill with a M60. I would not have done so, as it's quite easy to penetrate on the sides and not the fastest. His teammates were blocking him a little bit. Ooh, unlucky. So he could not really have any shots so far. Is risky, really risky with the Jag behind, with the Jag there as he's unspotted. Yeah, a little bit slow on the aiming there, but I don't know if you have noticed, but I do. There is some tank behind, of course, AMX TVP. Looking back, they seem to be kind of fine with the Kranwagen, but we also know that in the frontier, it's a tough job here to kill the K91. TDs are super dangerous. They can outspot him, so it's not necessarily the best thing to just stay here. I mean, he already stood around for like 30 seconds, maybe even more. He placed one shot so far. Over 1 minute is over. So I think, of course, he was unlucky with a shot on a Jag, but still, you could just try to shoot 1, 2, or 3 times and then say, okay, there is nothing that I can do here. Relocate. Let's go somewhere else. Either help with a Kranwagen in the city, or just even move out to the island on the other side. Another thing that would be an option right here is, if I'm just moving up a little bit, I can show you a little bit better. Let's open the screen brush again. So one thing is peeking over here as the, I think it's K91. I don't know. You can peek over here to shoot into those positions, but you are not perfectly hull down. Be aware of that. If you're peeking over here a little bit more passive, then you can't be hull down to fire the TDs. Jag or FV, if they are shooting HE or even penetrating, they can still deal like 500, 600 damage on top of your turret. So maybe that's not the best idea. So I would rather, also those guys are unspotted most of the time. So I would suggest going over here. Oops, that was a little bit too far. Like this. Maybe you can guess why. There is this little rock here right in front of him, and this rock is almost at least securing you from the TD positions back there. So they don't really have easy shots onto you if you are just using this rock to go hull down here, and then you can try to fight those guys on the right side here, as they were quite far in the open. By going hull down in this area, he could easily overpeak them and not have to be too afraid of the TDs. Let's show you like this. Just look at this. You see the bush of the TDs in the back there, almost entirely covered. You're not 100% safe here, but you are kind of safe. The E50M really offers a sight in this situation here, but there are very easy shots then onto everyone that is quite aggressive in this area. So let's check what NetForce is going to do on this one. Still not deciding. Still not deciding. I would really suggest countdown. Countdown. Whenever you don't know if you can do something or not, then set yourself a timer basically. I just count down from 1 to 3, or even I give myself 5 seconds. If I see enemy might be peeking, might not be peeking, I don't know if I have shots, then I say, okay, I give myself 5 seconds. If these 5 seconds are over and I still don't get another shot, then I move somewhere else. And that really helps you to maximize your damage. And yeah, also to just win games by getting into better positions. good. Another shot here, flying in, but that's not really going anywhere for net force damage at least. He only has done 1k so far. Enemies just died as his teammates were doing all the relocation work. As you could see here, net force was kind of trapped in position. He was not really having any shots. His teammates, what they did was to take the hill. They also flanked around in the city, and they have crossfire onto the TDs that are standing over there or were standing over there. And they were able to surprise the enemies from unexpected angles, which net force only managed to do in the very last seconds here with a shot onto the E50, I think it was. And yeah, now I can just move in because the FV cannot one-shot him, and it's just fine to take a shot. Yeah, the relocation process just has to come quicker there. When you don't have shots, really count down. Okay, is he going? If you're like pre-aiming someone and not sure whether he's going to peek, count to 5 seconds. And when he's still not peeking, then he is going to play the long game and he's just trying to survive. And even if he peeks at some point, he will not peek twice. So it's not worth staying there for a minute or even longer just to get one shot off. Just go somewhere else and try to shoot the enemies into the sides where they don't expect you to be. Because they will, if they keep pre-aiming the position that you are in at this point, then they are just trying to stay safe from this exact same position. They are just focused on staying safe from one position, and they are offering their sides to the other positions at the same time. Okay, next game. Jack, the Adamantium's friend. I think haven't we had Adamantium earlier already? No, Adam 2014. We have not had you just yet. INTPS. B is for my clan. Okay, mellow. Alright, medium setup in encounter, so it is worth considering to go for the medium flank. He does not have any camo on his tank, that's bothering me a little bit. You are getting free camos basically on every battle pass for a couple of games, so get a camo, especially on tier 10, you're not going to sell this tank anymore. And might save you from getting outspotted by some enemy. Let's quickly pause here. Now there is an IS-7 spotted YOLOing in, but so far we only knew about this. 2 heavies per team. Mostly mediums. Okay, only 2 mediums on the other side, but still. Very light team, as they don't really have a lot of heavies. So that means already it is a, let's say, 75% chance of the enemies going for the medium flank. And therefore, if he decides to go for the heavy flank on a light setup, I would go super aggressive and just YOLO in straight away. Or go to the medium flank and help the mediums. Because if you're playing passively on the heavy flank, which is... If you're playing the flank passively, which is less likely to have a lot of enemies in front, then you risk that the enemies, as you can see, there is 1 heavy on the other side already. If that heavy was also on the other side and they were just YOLOing in, they were just going super aggressive, then these 2 guys were dead in seconds. These 2 guys were dead a few seconds after, and then he was left alive in the back together with his VK and the Leopard, which was weirdly going for the heavy side. But yeah, that would really cause some trouble here to just stay too far in the back with a very heavy tank, especially as the heavy tank is meant to also take some shots, bounce some shots. Yeah, the others are not able to do so. But okay, he's able to just shoot the IS-7 down here. And he should already take care of moving up to his teammates. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. IS-7 is about to die. So just good decision here to already keep moving. Okay, he does have a shot. Good. Keep going, keep going. I would just go hull down right in front, yeah, to hold up the enemies while waiting for the teammates. Oh, Leopard YOLOing in. Progetto in a 1v1 against the T95. Could go anywhere with the T95 versus Leopard Progetto on the other side. Don't fall back too far. I know there can be some guys on the left side, but if he's moving out like this, then yeah, enemies might also shoot him from the right side. Forward. If he just moved forward instead of trying to angle, which he did. He tried to just angle to the left side for whatever reason. He needed to move to the right side with his front in order to only show his side and possibly the track wheel to the 263. Good. Yeah, now he's got it, not showing the lower plate too much. Forward! Don't take the shot by the Griller. It's alright to take a shot from the E5, but a little bit lucky on this one. Okay, just try to kill the AMX. Maybe a little bit too late to turn, but I think he will still get him. Great job there. And actually the T95 is not dead, but Progetto managed to run away. Clever move by the Progetto to not stay in position there. He can just HE the side here. Alright, going for the safe shot. Side though is HE penetrable for an E100. And he has to somehow get out of the middle here. Horrible mistake by the E50. But he has to get out of the middle because he doesn't want to get shot from different sides. Also, pushing the T95 frontally means that he would possibly get shot once, and now he is an HE one shot. And yeah, I don't know. I think the Progetto was also one shot. No, not really. Well, that was definitely quite risky to just take this shot here. Would have probably been better to not go there. He can just go behind the T95 now, and if the T95 is turning for him, then he is turning his back to the Progetto. And if he is still pre-aiming the Progetto, then he would have an HE into the back. Interesting bounce, was great, but also not too perfectly aimed, to be honest. He could just take the time because the T95 was reloading anyways. And he could just aim and go for AP Coppola shot. Would have been my preferred choice, to be honest. Come on, HE! On E100 gameplay I would expect some HE shots, as the HE is just amazing on this tank. I think it will be tricky to win this. If he cannot set him on fire, block him. But I think T95 might still be able to set himself free. He is blocked. Now it comes the HE. But yeah, was already possible to do so a little bit earlier. But still, nice damage here in the end. And yeah, 6 kills also. But yeah, mainly damage is what I'm interested in. not the kills. But yeah, just sometimes like the start was very passive while the enemies were going quite aggressively, and they had a huge tank disadvantage. Angling also, like, make sure to hide your lower blade, and you decide who is going to shoot you. If you have 3 tanks in front of you that might shoot you, you want to decide who you're allowed to shoot you. So much about this one. Let's move on. Okay, I just don't know that one already. Which one was it? Okay. It is Jennifer Lopez. Okay, we've had Jennifer already, but still, this is a big damage game, so I did not want to miss on that one. He is playing with calibrated shells, that's, if I've seen that correctly, yeah. 7 seconds should be calibrated shells, yeah. 13 heat only, maybe I would pack a few more. Oh, lags on the replay. No, bad lags on the replay. I don't know if he had lags also. He's quite alone though on this flank. That's also part of the reason why I just like spotting in the middle area. I mean, he does have the spots now also, but he only has a couple of tanks on his side. While I just prefer going like this, spotting in this position, getting in early spots. If there is someone crossing to the heavy side, you can put in a shot. If there is someone on the medium flank, you can put in a shot over there. You can maybe even farm. You can even go a bit more aggressive and still spot in this lane. And if you do notice one side or the other is weaker, you can just push in immediately. Like, for example, this isolated gorilla on the other side that just got spotted. Okay, enemies are also very splitted, as well as his teams. I'm surprised that the enemy E100's turret is completely red. If he's playing calibrated shells. Maybe he's not. I'm not sure. Well, okay, his teammates are not really doing that much just yet, so he cannot really afford to push in. Still going for the APCR. I think heat would have been a safer call for Centurion turret. It is quite easy to penetrate with a heat. AP, not that much. Nope. Okay, he's still going for it. I think like, he could have already avoided the gorilla here, as the mouse was to be reloaded right after him anyways. Track shot maybe? Nope, not quite getting it. He should still try to circle him to make sure he can avoid the M5 here also. Well played here. Well played. But it's not over yet. There's still a lot of stuff to do to win this game. Ah, lags on the replay. That's not my laptop lagging here. Nice max roll with the fire. Yeah, in my experience, the HE in the back of M5 yo is really hard to get. I mean, the sides are easy to penetrate, the turret is easy to penetrate, but the back of the M5 yo does have spaced armor for whatever reason, and you cannot really reliably HE that. It's really annoying. It's still not over. Still a lot of stuff to do to win this one. T-22 should be the priority target. Apart from that, of course, the E100, as he's the lowest and the easiest target, also most dangerous from the heavies, but T22 would be priority. Alright, as long as he can just farm like this is just perfect. He is ignoring T22, so the T22, why not just aim in here? Was so important.
Enemy armor is hit.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
No way he's surviving this.
We've damaged them.
No way he's surviving this.
We've lost a
Oh, he's
drag.
tracked.
We're stuck here. Enemy armor is down.
Okay, okay. And he can just kill the E100 now. Wow.
Vehicle destroyed.
Perfect.
Enemy armor is damaged.
And IS-7 ammo wrecked. Poor guy.
Enemy armor destroyed.
Ah, how can you be so freaking lucky, man? Can you sell me your luck? Wow. Nicely done. Good job. Okay. Okay. Let's move over to the next replay then. We had Professor Heat send us a replay here. I want good matchmaking. I think it's a reroll. I think it's bot matchmaking, but let's see. Hello, game. Good. So what do we have? One medium on the enemy side, one medium on his side. That's just a perfect setup in my opinion. Like one or two mediums. And a lot of heavies. A lot of TDs are not that great. But still, they are easy to counter in my opinion. And there's a lot of damage to farm. But he has to be careful in WT, of course. But as you may know, WT still is super strong. Oh, where is he done? I don't know why he just turned his anti-tank like 180 degrees, so was not necessary. I think his plan was to be able to just back off there. Like this, you could just move forward and back off real quick, but best way to back off to get into safety. The quickest way is not to just move forward as he's doing right now, because that will still show his turret for quite a long time. You'd rather just move behind the house, but of course there's also... There might be people on the left side, not using spawn liner, great. 2 shots, 2k damage already. But the issue is here that he is on the left side quite alone. He does not have any spots. He does not have much support except for one guy, which is not really doing anything. And they could possibly standard be the FE45 just YOLOing him. But they are bots. Not bots, not actual bots, but they are... Yeah, I don't know what they are doing. I think really this is on a reroll. This is just noob matchmaking concerning the way that the enemies are playing as well here. Time to move now. Those were just 3 shots, 3 kills. And you can't really expect the enemies to do the same mistake over and over again. So it would be time to just flank around to the left side maybe, or get into the city to help his teammates over there. Come on, move, you don't have shots like this. Okay, I can tell that by out of the gut already, but yeah, to some people it might not be that clear just yet. Keep going. Just move up onto the bridge. Yeah, keep going. He was stopping again. Again, HE the Badger then. Just has to hurry a little bit, because the enemies will win the city there, and that's not really what he wants. No fire extinguisher. No repair kits at all. Both loaders died. To be honest, that was auto-aim messing up a little bit. Without auto-aim, it would have been easier to hit this shot, because he had to go for the... he had to lock onto the target, and then had to pre-aim again. I wonder what the Badger's reload has been. Both loaders dead, and the ammo rack critically damaged. Imagine that reload on some autoloader then. Or FV-183. He's being quite passive here. He's dealing some damage, but maybe it's also not really possible to push in there anymore. I think he's not even spotted. He could just try to kill the FV now. 3, 2, 1. Could have tried. On the other hand, he does have a max roll loaded, so... yeah, it would not necessarily be too great to miss this shot. Now would be the point to just use some bush to make sure you can still outspot the enemies. Ah, unlucky. You can still get him. Too bad that it was not the max roll. But alright, -1. Still 3 enemies left. One is in the cap. Probably the E100. But of course it could also be the FV, but the E100 was closest to the cap. FV was a 1-shot, E100 was quite healthy. STI was 2 shots, or like 800 hit points. Just below that. He has to reposition, that's just the right thing to do here. Perfectly done. He is trading, because he really does not want to move out forward while being, yeah, while not having any clue where the enemies might be. Yeah, unlucky now that the loader and, yeah, gunner is dead, and the engine also. But to be honest, he could have maybe tried to just HE the side of the STI without taking a shot. Like HE onto the side would do the damage, I guess. And I mean, just if you are playing a 640 alpha gun and everything below 300 damage or hit points, you can HE. But you have to hit a weak part. You can't just spam HE at the strongest part, like the front of the turret, and expect to deal a lot of damage. You have to hit some side or something. But on the STI, the side would have been a free shot, I guess. At least it would have been easier to shoot the side with an HE without taking a shot in return. Although that did not really change a lot here. Of course it did change a lot, because it did cost him his engine there. And if he had the engine, he could have just maybe pushed the FV and ignore the E100. Oh yeah, fighting the very healthy E100 in the end would have also definitely not been easy. If not impossible to win this one. I'm pretty sure this is a reroll. Yeah. Because enemies were playing so weird. Like this guy. What was he doing there? He was just not even... He was ignoring the WT, seeing there was some camper in the back and he was going for that guy after losing half of his hit points. FE4-5, no spore liner. Yeah, it's just what matchmaking. But yeah, well played still. A bit more aggression would have maybe done the trick, and you could have just flanked left earlier, could have killed the Badger a little bit earlier, could have shot someone else then maybe before your teammates all died in the city. And for that you just need to be like a little bit quicker after the enemies in front were dead. Other option would have been to just go to the city and help the teammates over there. But in this case, of course, the Standard B and the FV were easy targets, but otherwise I would have just, if they were playing passively, I would have gone for the city, help my teammates try to survive this there, and yeah, focus fire a lot better. Okay. Long range shots there, the auto aim is really a disadvantage. So even if you are always playing with auto aim, I mean, you don't have to turn it off. I currently do better without auto aim already than with the auto aim still, but for some shots you have to get used to turning off the auto aim. You can actually leave it on or always, but it is sometimes helpful to just turn off auto aim. Okay, what else have we got? I got pinged again. Reddington also uploaded a game. Let's check that one out then. Jones, but what is that name? Dindian? It seemed too long for the game. Alright. He is going for the right side. I mean, he could also just go for the hill to secure or to support the mediums. Other option, of course, is just going for the right corner, where he does have some really nice shots onto any heavies on the other side. That's a really good option for cross-firing. I would not recommend to keep camping here in this corner. I don't know if he's going for the corner. I would not recommend going for the camping position. Of course, you do sometimes have some good shots, but you might also just be completely useless. And yeah, just think of it, how is he able to support his teammates if the enemies are not horribly misplaying? Ah, nice lag there. Okay, the replay is laggy AF. Let's just check this out. He does not have any shots onto the IS-4 nor the object really, only as the object dropped down. Okay, you could have shot him on the hill already, but he is not really able to support his medium teammates, which he could have done from the back on the left. And he could also apply some more pressure onto the IS-4 right now, because like he does have to do something. He can't just wait for the enemies to push into him, because if they are pushing in, then it might be too late already. Come on, you don't even have free vision, and that's the issue. He got spotted now, and he's only getting shot once, but he might have just lost all of his hit points, or at least half of his hit points in no time. So you can go for this corner position to put out 1 or 2 shots, but then move as soon as you don't have shots anymore. Don't wait for too long. Especially if there are enemies already quite close to you, like the IS-4. They are likely to spot you and you are going to have a bad time. Those shots are looking so weird as they are always quite delayed here. But that's about the replay. He could get a little bit more aggressive and shoot the Chieftain, yes. Great. I can't even see the aiming process here. Yeah, no. Okay, he's alone. He could blame his teammates, but to be honest, he was so passive that he was not really any help. Of course, he did a lot of damage already, but he was not like the biggest help. He did not really focus fire too well, nor... Ow! HE would have been better, but also I didn't see the aiming. I just didn't see the aiming because of the lag. Huh? Maybe a horrible ping there. Okay. But yeah, if he went a little bit more aggressive earlier, then his teammates would not have died necessarily also. Like, as he was that far in the back, of course, he is going to be the last one alive. That can be expected then. And everyone else is dead before you. What is the Jark doing? Looks like he has also ping. Okay. Chieftain was at 1100 hit points the last time that I've seen him. Or something like that. Was it just shot on the move? I mean, I cannot see, but I think he just shot on the move. Although really needed to hit. Run around the Rosie. Chieftain does have speed boost even. But yeah, Chieftain would have needed Max Shot to kill him there. Ah, 7k damage. Is this maybe also bot matchmaking? No, it was not bot matchmaking. But yeah, enemies are really... Well, the mediums not necessarily, but... well, T62. No camo. Not too bad, actually. Pretty much average team, except for this Jark here. 37%. That's worse than AFK. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I would recommend to not just keep camping for too long. Or you might really... Or you might risk not being able to help your team. Let's see what else we've got here. There was some VK72 gameplay with a good damage. Alright. Summer season camo. Beautiful camo here. And that is Edectivo from Amy. And he's just deciding to go for the middle. Interesting. I mean, the middle is not the... It's alright to go for the middle for the VK, but I would have personally preferred the left side. But okay, none of his teammates are there either. Not too happy about that shot. Going super aggressive here, but as there's the 263 on the other side, he either has to turn back or just push forward. And he expects there to not be too much in front of him. Ooh. That was a nice shot. There was no lag involved on this one. That was really that sneaky. Is he going to kill him? No, he's not. Would have also been happier about some teammate getting the kill in order to keep the shot, especially the max roll, which is charged or loaded. If you are going to take a shot, then just you can just aim in and get the safe kill. Second shot that he fluffed on the 263 because of just trying to not take a shot. Although he did in the end. Okay, he's already looking around on his own. I don't have to do this manually. Maybe he could have HE'd that. But the AP, of course, being the safer choice, can't be blamed. Good. Well, he does have the E6 behind him, but that is... the E6 is being handled by his medium teammate. Let's have a quick look there. Let's have a quick look at the hit points. Yeah, E6 is dead. But he is healthy enough to just push in. Actually, X6 is not about to get killed by the Leopard. So he needs to decide now where to go. He can't just wait it out. Also, way to deal damage. 400 damage almost. It's definitely not bad. But I think he should just move in. Because there is still the Griller somewhere. Actually, now the Griller is to the left. Pause. Griller got spotted. Beep, beep, beep. Maybe have a look whether you can shoot the Griller. Would be much more important than the E100 here. As the Griller can be killed quite easily. But he really has to move in. The E3 is in a horrible position. Low on hit points, also getting pushed onto, and with a VK. He does still have almost all of his hit points, and he was just waiting a little bit too long here until he moved up for my taste. He did have the option to just help a little bit earlier already. But okay, he's going in now and just moved up a little bit, although it was not really that helpful to move in anymore, as he could not secure or save the E3's life. Yeah, just going for the AP. I would have also gone for the AP because of the Griller gun. Quite often you are bouncing the gun or not hitting a safe shot if you don't have the time to aim in. And Facesack now, the E100, should struggle a lot against the VK, because Facesack is really what this tank is made for. It's just really strong at that. Looks like he's still going to get the kill of the VK as well. E100 will probably not penetrate him. Oh, it does. Well, okay, good shot. just gotta wait for the 100 to do mistake, and now I can move up. HE the Mäuschen, and that's a GG. Resi. But yeah, about this game, I was really thinking at the time where he was just standing behind the house. He didn't really have good shots, and the E3 was getting pushed onto. E100 was alone in the middle. The Gorilla was actually behind the Mäuschen for some time, and he could have gone a bit more aggressive there because he was also quite healthy and his teammates were suffering there. They needed some more armor and hit points to handle the enemies. I would have wished for just a little bit more aggression there. Well played. That's like literally the most mentioned critique by me today here on like aggression. People being not aggressive enough, and that's also like what mostly makes a difference between the good player, which can already hit his shots, and the top player, which is not only hitting the shots but being aggressive at the right time.
Time to roll out.
Next up is Alpha, or Alfarito, as he's called right now, because he's the Italian French, or wishes he was. And he is going in his Vickers CR into the middle aggressively, because there you can have some good spots. No, he just keeps moving. Interesting. Yeah, maybe he just read the setup, which I didn't do just yet. Enemies only have one Progetto, a tier 8 tank against his tier 9, and Vickers CR can't be taken, can't be considered as a light tank. It is a medium tank with light tank advantages, and just awesome tank. Good gun, big alpha actually. 350 is quite a lot, and then the goddamn HE. Super aggressive gameplay so far. Just immediately noticing when he does have the option to get in, or when he does not get in the spots, he immediately advances and makes sure he is close to the enemies and can put in his gun into the fight. Ah! Heat would have penetrated.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Maybe it's too slow on ammunition choice. Touch player problems maybe, because of playing with 2 fingers only. Yeah, right now just farming a little bit.
Penetrate their armor.
Not the best shot on this one. Turret would have been a safer penetration. And I think it's time for repositioning, as he doesn't really have shots right now. He could just go for the left side to have a better angle at the Emil. Also, there's still the TD in the back. Okay, but if he goes for the left, he can go higher down to face them again and can have a good position. But he decides to ignore the RHM in the back and rather goes into the middle, which is of course a little bit risky, but he does not want to trade against the RHM, and he wants to support his teammates a little bit more, and he is rather able to do so in the middle area here.
Enemy armor is hit.
Okay, I've already failed with HEs onto Emil's turrets, but it should have been an easy penetration with the heat also. Let's see what he's about to do. He could have possibly have 3 shots onto the RHM right now, but otherwise he has to maybe get out of this and get over to the 50 TP to support his T28 prot. And then he would be able to face the lowest hit point tank, not the healthiest. I think he's still moving away now. Yeah, it's too late to go for the heavy flank at this point. He has to back off, but the enemies are... They have 2 one-shots and they quite healthy. E75 still, which is in a bad position. He is in a good position now because he is hull down. He does have high ground here. It is quite hard for the E75 to reach him or penetrate him. Yet he does. There was the spaced armor on the sides. Oh, how is he going to do this now?
We've damaged them.
50 TP missing because he was afraid. If the 50 TP was just rushing in, he would have easily killed Alpha here. He just needed to move forward and place a safe shot, but the 50 TP wanted to play the safe game again. But yeah, now he's a one-shot. 50 TP was not a one-shot earlier. And good. And Alpha is still not a one-shot. Only has the E75 TS against him, which is about 1k hit points, something. Free masterclass today. Yeah, you can just try to flank around. Has to get closer if you can. Maybe sneaky, nice shot there. E75 not being able to properly cover there. Right now, he could possibly just rush in as long as he doesn't take the first hit. Because he should have the faster reload. But the safer way to do so is to find an angle that the E75 is not able to pre-aim. So he is rotating a little bit to get closer again. Enemies already congratulating. Even the E75. I surrender. Well, there was nothing that he could do about it. With some good pre-aiming and predicting of the movement there, the E75 definitely still had a chance. I don't know, he gave up. 50 TP kind of messed up the game there because he did not just rush in and kill Alpha. He just hesitated, tried a risky shot, missed, and allowed Alpha to put in 2 shots and kill him. Well played. Okay. Oops. Wrong display. Oof. Chat was not loading. Suddenly I got like 100 messages here. Ah, Elysia Mai. Hello. I hope your ex are ready. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. So some replays uploaded in replay analysis. Vika's Light again seems to be today's favorite. Have I showed the... Ah yeah, I have shown the Guerrilla gameplay there. By Reddington. Always surprising or confusing if people have different names in Discord as well as... YouTube. YouTube Discord names, different ones. Alright.
Let's go.
Nope. Okay. What is he doing? What is he doing? Is he trying to confuse me there? Yeah, I'm feeling dizzy. Got a headache already. Does not really help with the overview. Tac tac. Switching ammo. Just to show you can. That's great. Okay, let's keep going. Keep going, keep going. There was only one one isolated tank in front. So far, one has been spotted. So yeah, it should be an easy kill. As soon as that guy is dead, it should be an easy win. Does not even repair his ammo rack. He's playing on PC also. That's why the sensitivity is like super high. We could see that on the auto aim shot there. First shot onto the WZ was PC auto aim. Okay, and he is going further into the city to create some crossfire. Really like that here. That is going, wow, that is maybe quite aggressive, but he does have the option to just create some crossfire. He does not really have to go full YOLO into the city here. I mean, he could also flank around, like, check this out, his medium over there. He is keeping some distance, and therefore it is not possible to push him that easily, but it's working out.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Ah. Ah. Okay. We are back.
We've damaged them.
Nice aiming. He does want to go for the mouse. Oh, the mouse, of course, is not the best target to focus. Mouse is quite alone. He does have his teammate and some other heavy with him. So they are 3v1. Can't possibly kill the mouse quite easily, especially if they get to the sides of the mouse, then it is quite easy to take out. Having to fight the mouse frontally would, of course, be a much harder thing to do. Time to move on. Teammates will be able to kill the mouse, and he can already focus on the next target. Right now there's only E100 spotted, which is a little bit, yeah, not the best for him, because E100 is quite healthy, and the others would be priority targets, and they could move around the corner at any time. But actually the FV45 is on C, the E100 here. Man, stop looking around that quickly. He is deciding to go for the FV45. And I'm really getting an epileptic shock from watching this.
Enemy armor is hit.
Because he's watching around so much that he can't even see anything.
We've damaged them.
FV45 not having Spore Liner, therefore being quite easy to kill here. Yeah, no camo, no Spore Liner. That's how to master FV45.
Gotcha.
He could have avoided this, really. He could have avoided this E100. Also, I have to stop here because it was looking cool without it looking around, but it was unnecessary, to be honest. Totally unnecessary. Also, I really want to mention this situation here because he was just rushing the FE45 straight away, and he knew that the E100... I turned the camera a little bit too far. Just... okay, let's make the camera faster. I want to see this exactly. FE45 was being spotted moving up on to this hill. He moved around the corner. He knew that there were two E100s in the city, one being around there, the other one being around there. Can't be entirely sure. Can't be entirely sure where they were, but okay. FE45 moving in over here. So what he did was just zooming in there and rushing that guy immediately, which was super risky because he risked taking an entire clip by the FE45, also risked getting shot by an E100 from over there, and he would be dead. The game would be over. There was no chance for him to win this game anymore. So that was like a very risky play, although he was doing a good job of being quite passive there in the back first to not take any unnecessary shots, but still His decision then to just rush in here risked giving up the game. Pretty similar to the first move into the middle, which was also like close. But here, what he could have done was just move to the outer side. Would have been so perfect with his mobility. He could easily go to the outer side. See here, he has a ton of good hull down positions, like over there. And if he is able to get over here, the FV405 can easily get shot like this. Also, E100, whatever would come to support the FV, could easily get shot from over there. And if they decided to push him there, the E100 or the FV, let's assume it is the FV405 first, he would have to move like this. There are a ton of hills over there, as you may know. And you would have like 3 to 4 shots, let's say 3 shots before the FV was even getting close. And then you could just move around this little thing here, around this wall, and circle this thing and play a safe game without risking too much. So much about this, because rushing in here immediately was really super damn risky. FV missed 1 shot. I think the FV actually hit 2 or 1. I'm not too sure. And E100 just missed his HE. So if all of these shots penetrated, he would be dead. Ooh. He had 646 hit points. E100 just low rolled. Was 50-50 chance. And he was also being super aggressive on that peak against the enemy E100. Although making him a 1-shot was clearly quite helpful. Or probably is. I don't know the result just yet. But E100 was pre-aimed. What now? He messed up his chance to pretend a move a little bit. I mean, he could just... I would just try to... I mean, he moved over there. He was spotted. And I would just move back while still being spotted. And then move away, because that would make the E100 come over there. And you could just run away and go for the 1-shot. Like this, he was staying, and it was 50-50 chance. He was moving like this, and it would be a 50-50 chance whether the E100 would come over there or if he would come over there.
Enemy armor is damaged.
All right. Got him, but still he is trapped again behind the house. With the second E100 approaching from the other side, most likely. So maybe just preempt the other side. Jamal having high sensitivity. Yeah, notice this. But no worries. As long as you can hit your shots with that sensitivity, it's fine. Okay. Enemy E100, the second one, the 1-shot being in B. That is some very important information here. I hope he's not spotted. Yeah, he did not get spotted. Good move here. Ooh. But the 100 shot. And if he stays on his plateau, he can possibly shoot him again. Ooh. Seems like he's also playing with the rammer. Yeah, he is playing with the rammer. Damn. Damn, nice shot. Nicely done on this one. And E100 missing again. Points, sadly. If there was a chance of winning this, then points. just, yeah. Because the one-shot E100 was still able to capture the base B. But yeah, what I would mostly focus on, yeah, what I would like to point out is playing a little bit safer. I know you seem to really like that aggressive playstyle and just going like boom, boom, left, right, center, in, out, going super aggressive. You seem to enjoy that, judging by your sensitivity already. But a little bit safer playstyle would help. To just, especially with a light tank, you want to stay closer to the red line. Just use the whole map. And if you're staying close to the red line, it will be harder for the enemies to penetrate you. It will be hard for them to spot you. First of all, you can just outspot them. And then you can put in crossfire from unexpected angles. You don't want to be the one to get focused, and in the end, whenever you do notice any good option, then you can go super aggressive and push them. Like this, it was definitely a little bit risky. Do we have any more replays? Do we have any more? I would not go for too many more. So I'm already getting a little bit tired. Alpha just spamming replays now. Let's scroll up a little bit. If we still have anything special. Maybe there is. I mean, I can just show you what I'm doing. I'm on the Discord and I'm just scrolling through how to farm. Doesn't sound too interesting. I mean, this one that I played was also tactically quite interesting. Not the closest game. We've seen this one already. We have not seen this one, but damage not really outstanding. Let's maybe seek for something special. So, I mean, I could also go for the other one there. For the WZ 6.4. Okay, we had Moon Baby already. 6k. 3.6. Yeah, we've had these already. I've scrolled through. What else have we got? maybe I'm still going to show this one. Let's download it. What is this? 5k only on iOS 7. DKM also uploaded game ratings. But he's saying nothing too special. Nah, okay, I'm not going to look at something that's saying nothing too special. Might want to check this out. Okay. Oh, I know this quick tournament. 6.2k in a 3v3 quick tournament. Okay, let's download this one. We've got the Progetto game, the Mouse quick tournament game. And I don't know, I might go for the T22 game of mine or the 263 game. I think I will go for it. Just because it's a funny game. I think that should be enough for today with these games then. So let's start with Kuma's gameplay. And Jamal, only one replay per person, we said, so and we don't have too much time for too many more games. So let's finish with only one replay per person. Should be fine, I guess. Triple mouse on the enemy setup here. It is a quick tournament. 3v3. Just a reminder here. And we are seeing some Finns here. Finnish guys playing against... Wait, what's actually happening here? 3 mouses and there's a T62A, which is already on half of his hit points. E100 also lost quite a lot of hit points already. And enemies have triple mouse. How is he going to win this? How is he going to win this? T62 is down. They are 2v3. And they do already have like... yeah, I don't know, 3k hit points less. And the E100 even bounces his shot. Nice. Another situation where playing without auto aim is a lot more helpful. Don't tell me he's going to win this game. Mouse bouncing E100 there. Kuma trying his best to shield. Gun block maybe? He's trying. Oh, E100, place your shots. I think that's it for the E100 now. No, another bounce. He still has to fight 2 mouses. But one is quite low already. Being one shot now. Oh. Yeah. Nice. Okay. He does have 1k hit points less than the enemy mouse. Well, like half of the hit points of the enemy mouse. And he has to somehow win this one. Yeah. No. First bounce, but the enemy's already proved to not have the best aiming, to be honest. Original gamer, yeah. Like, if you do have a super funny gameplay, you can still send it in. Nice shot there. And the enemy mouse is really struggling. That was grey. Uh-oh, over-angled? No. Greedy enemy really wanting to go for the AP. How is he bouncing all of his shots like that? Again? Kuma did not even angle his tank here. Still the enemy bounced. There's not much to analyze for me, but it just got outplayed here. Well played. 6,200 damage in a 3v3. Okay. That's probably Here's 7K. But is it like something really special? I mean, we've seen you already. Reddington. No, we've not seen you. I thought you were already sent in another replay, but this one's on another account. Hi, Kuma. Well, actually, I was about to just go for like these last 3 games because you notice my voice is already leaving me. If there is still something really special, that's looking special. That's looking special, and the description is promising. So I will go for it. Riley Reid. Who might that be? Can you send me a photo of Riley Reid so I know who that is? Okay, 907, the newest tank in the game. It is a fun tank to play, but not the strongest in my opinion. It does not really have any armor, and for the average player it might be a big disappointment if some average player got the 907 and expected to bounce a lot of stuff like the T22 and still have good mobility in DPM. Nope. Nope. And yep, he is just going for the quick spot in the middle here. Does have one medium against one medium. Enemy medium surprisingly not being spotted just yet, probably just camping. And looks like our hero here is in the best position possible to have a big game. Enemies are on the C side, although it's not supremacy right now. They are going for the heavy flank. He is in the middle having shots at the sides of them. The only thing that he has to take care of is, first of all, not getting shot by Standard B, nor any of the campers. But also he really wants to make sure that he is able to put in enough damage for in order to help his teammates there. Because if he is just putting out a bit of damage here and there, like shooting the Jag ones, shooting the I7 ones, shooting Standard B ones, he might rack up some damage, but it might not be enough to win because he does not focus fire with his teammates. So really has to make sure that he gets close enough or shoots the targets, the enemies that are pushing in frontally. Okay, but he is not going just to his teammates to support because he expects some campers to still be in the back. Yep, that is happening right now. Does he keep circling? Why is he shooting the mouse instead of Jag? Just shoot the Jag. He can still circle the mouse and shoot the Jag. But okay. For what? Oh. Okay. Confusion. Confusion. The enemies are... yeah, they are... overtasked. They have no idea what to do about this. This is just too much. They could as well give up. You will have to take one shot by the mouse sooner or later. Yep, now he decides to take a shot, but he doesn't even have to. What to say? The mouse was camping or AFK, I don't know. So it's not the biggest surprise that he's bouncing or missing his shots from 5 meter distance. Missing again. I would recommend just shooting the frontal part, like just above the frontal track wheel, because that's where the fuel tank sits and it can be set on fire quite easily. Shooting the engine here also helps. Mouse not even repairing, and I'm pretty sure that the mouse did not use any repair kits yet. There comes the kill. 2v1. And the enemies did not a single bit of damage here. Just think about that for a second. He was fighting 2 enemies alone and they did not hit a single shot, although he could not have been any closer to them. Unlucky. But yeah, he's at 5.6k, so full hit points, and he can just rush in now. Good that we kept some funny games for the end now. Not much to analyze anymore. But that's totally fine to me, because my brain is melting anyways. Yeah, it's just after such a long session of commenting, which is quite exhausting. Fine to just have some games that are just enjoyable. Fun to watch. And yeah, you can just roll in now, kill the email, without struggling at all anymore. Original gamer, was you sending this? Okay. So you get the 9 or 7 on the reroll. Ah. Let's check. Let's check. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Okay. What else did we have? I think, yeah, I'm just going to show the 263 gameplay. Although the other one was also fun. Okay, let's go for this one still. And I will show one more game after that. And that would be it. Just some funny gameplay here on some big games. This is also in bot matchmaking, by the way, on the reroll. And yeah, 263. I did not play it too much so far on this account because I just don't like it anymore. Would have preferred playing it before the rebalancing, but okay. I just tried to take a passive position here. If you're checking the minimap right now, I do have like some teammates to the left, some teammates to the right. So I'm just hoping the heavies will spot up the enemy heavies as they are just pushing into the corner. So I can theoretically at least have some shots to support them. This is a really nice position for TDs at the start of the battle. And yeah, also autoloaders, I like going here to just have the option to shoot to the heavy side or even shoot to the medium side and still rotate anywhere. And this email definitely has to stop right when I'm about to shoot. Yeah, I was also really not happy with the start of this game, as I was also standing around quite a lot. Not really having the most shots just yet, but okay. 1 minute over, I put in 2 shots. And the others were, yeah, 2 quite close shots. But still was rather passive gameplay so far. I'm just farming a little bit, but that is about to change quite soon, because I can't stay here forever. I'm noticing on the minimap at this point, roughly it was also in the game that I noticed the minimap here. As you can see, there is my medium teammate just rushing into 3 enemies. I was still considering to help him, but I was just hoping for another shot onto the E100 or Emil. But okay, was not going to happen. As if they knew that I was there. Maybe they did. So I was just able to flank around. T22 was about to die, but I was still thinking, yeah, I don't really have the option to just go right. Let's just fight them on the left side. Doesn't matter. I am too far from the right side. Hoped for the T22 to survive a little bit longer. Was not the case. Am I getting the kill shot now? No, I'm not. I think I'm not getting it. Maybe. Would be so cool to get this kill shot, but I don't get it, of course. Of course not, but now 263 really It is impossible for the Badger to circle me. That's just insane. I'm getting farmed quite a lot here. And just look at this. I'm in a 1v5 situation right now. I will probably get shot again. By the Jark. No. But I'm getting the Badger here. Now I'm at 482 hit points. And still having 4 enemies against me. Yeah, so I'm just thinking, okay, I gotta get back here. I can take some hull down position maybe, like where the rock is on A. I could place myself behind there. Also, I am trying to just move back into the corner. That's my main goal right now, to just move back towards, yeah, the caves. Because this accuracy, I hate it. Absolutely hate this accuracy. Okay, but I got him though. I want to get some distance to the enemies here, and that's the point. Over-angling a little bit. And getting shot. I'm at 90 hit points, 1v3. And I do have a little bit of a better position now, because I do have the wreck of the Progetto. I know the last enemy is capturing the base B, so I do have only 2 enemies against me here. It will still be hard. I don't know what the Jark is doing, but it's not going to help him win this game. And yeah, I don't know. I just get back behind this Progetto here again. On the right side, sadly, I think there's a gun in front. No, it's not. I can't get a shot off. And we'll have the shot reloaded to get the kill here. Enemies could just sit back by now and wait for the points, but they're not doing so. Good that I moved back here, because now you see they are moving in one by one, and I cannot get surprised from behind that easily anymore. That was the point of getting some distance, and it worked out. And now there's only the Emil left, which is luckily not the tier 10 Kranwagen. This way I can penetrate his turret with the APCR. I have to be a little bit careful. I'm not like 100% sure whether he can absolutely not penetrate me. But I'm quite sure, so I'm still trying to wriggle around a little bit. I know he can maybe hit my sides or just, yeah, shoot my engine deck. And I had to take a breath after this game. 1v5. But it was bot matchmaking, of course. Those guys... Oh, there was even a reroll. I don't know, they messed up so badly, but okay. Noob matchmaking. I got one more gameplay, which was also quite funny to have a look at. Which was on my main account, though. It was the... I think it was the T22 gameplay that I wanted to show here. Yeah. T22 medium on my main account. For some time I was highly in favor of just going for B here, because B really allows you to have some great cross shots into anyone going hull down in front of, yeah, just on the hill there on the ridge line. But you give up the medium side, the sides are so separated from each other that it's hard to still move over to the medium side. You might get pushed in the B area. B is good for damage, but it turned out not to be that great for winning games. I've seen it on Russian streams quite often and gave it a try, liked it for some time. But nowadays I'm going for the medium side again, just trying to get in an aggressive spot. I do notice, okay, there is nothing behind. Sheridan seems to be alone. Not as alone as I would have hoped for. Not quite as alone as I would have hoped for. But the object just shot. He bounced me. FV. Also on the reload. Adrenaline. Always a good indicator of the enemy being on the reload. Unlike with the 907, the T22 can reverse side scrape. I think it was the day when I got the 907. I played for the 907 for 50 battles. Hopped into the T22. This one was the first game. And yeah, you can just reverse side scrape, get some track shots, nice shots into the FV here. 268 is also spotted on the right side. He moved away. I was really not expecting all the TDs to be there. Yeah, I would have been fine with just some TD shot into me because we could easily kill the Sheridan then. But then there's also the Epi. Oh yeah. Managed to clear one side. And now I can possibly just get behind the enemies, which is just perfect for me. Man, why is the replay laggy? I did not have any lags playing this. Trying to get the track shot to maybe keep him there, but it's not really working out. Bit of bad RNG on this one. But yeah, I still have to apply some pressure, although I do not really have to go too fast. My teammates all on the other side are about to die most likely. I was so happy about this shot, really. I can't tell you how happy I was about this shot. Also, this one was so satisfying. Really nice. Those shots were so nice. I really enjoyed them. But okay. Enough of being happy about myself. There's still Progetto unspotted somewhere. I don't know where he is. I have zero clue where the enemy medium is. I'm thinking that he probably pushed forward. But that's not really the case. I just ignore him because he might be AFK doing whatever. So I just go in right now. As we only have 2 spots in front of us, the AMX is about to die. Enemies are still focused on the AMX. So I'm still quite in a good position to just move in. M60 possibly has one more shot, but that's it then. So I can just use the time to just kill him. I do have a teammate with me, but the teammate that I have is AFK. I did not know about it just yet, but I do notice on the red arrow, okay, there is a Progetto coming to my back. So I'm just trying to avoid the Progetto by getting behind the wrecks of the mouse, etc. And can kill the M60 now. 1v1 situation. Progetto probably has 2 shots left, if not even 3. And he is not going to penetrate a single shot anymore. I think, at least. I think. Let's just look at this. I mean, that's so rude if you're showing your butt to the enemy in the T22 because you're just trying to show the side there and your reverse side scraping. You're showing your butt to the enemy and making them bounce. That's just hilarious. Again, in a situation like this, I'm always just having a look at the gun. Where is he looking? He is just looking at my back, so I will turn a little bit and try to make him shoot my sides there. Yeah. It was just a very hilarious ending on this game. Was also not like the toughest game. He even played a little bit. Didn't hit a single shot and... What? And then he went AFK. Okay. So, but actually... That's about it. Hi Fred, sorry, you're... Oh, that's the wrong scene actually. Chatting scene. This one. Yeah, Fred, you just got here. Sorry to tell you we're about to end. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It's been a while since my last replay analysis stream actually. And guys, really let me know if you really want more of this stuff, because I noticed the view count is slightly less, at least live. There is not as much traffic as on my other streams, but if you want some more of these replay analysis streams, let me know, because I like doing them. But if not as many people are interested, I would maybe have to think about some other format, like doing rather small analysis streams, like half an hour, but those just as a video then. Where I was also thinking about just using Sketch today to just have a look at the maps a little bit more and inspect them to show you alternatives for the start of a battle. in the end, I thought it was not really necessary. I would just decided this live, thinking that it would be just, yeah, it would be more fun to watch the games and then have these analysis parts right in the game, not in on a different website, like on a stretch link only, where it could get a little bit very, how to say, it could be, you would say dry in German. Can you say that in English too? I think would be not that interesting anymore. Yeah, more replay streams, please. Okay. Yeah, I hope that I will definitely still do some more. And yeah, really enjoyed this one also. Sims map. Amen also. Okay, nice, because everyone can send in games. Yep. Although I did have like enough gameplays before the stream, this time I did not ask for replays. Still, a lot of people just sent in some great games though, and without your games, this would not work out. That's also what I have to say, definitely. Thanks for your replays. Thanks for making this format possible. And yeah, it's your show. This time it's not my show. It's your show here, your games that are on the stage. All right, guys. Thanks for watching then. Have a good night, have a good day, whatever time it is for you, and see you next time then. And don't forget to hit that like button before leaving. And yeah, see you then. Goodbye.